We all know at this point that gaming is an expensive hobby. That's something that everybody has beaten to death at this point. However, what I don't see people talking about is why exactly gaming is so expensive, and if prices for consoles, accessories, and games can ever decrease in price. That's what we'll be covering today, so let's get into the video.
This is a Chucky Beat production.
There are a number of reasons as to why consumers have to shovel out so much of their hard-earned cash if they want to keep up in the video game market. Consoles cost hundreds of dollars, and with the addition of $60 brand new games, $50 plus accessories such as controllers or headphones, and the $60 yearly fee of playing online, assuming you get the 1-year plan. Let's use the PS4 Pro as an example here. $400 for the console, $60 for a brand new game, let's say Horizon Zero Dawn, $50 for an extra controller, and $50 a year for PlayStation Plus. All that together is a whopping $560 for a brand new console and one game. That's not exactly a cheap price as to where most people can just whip out their pockets on a whim and pay for it. That's not exactly a cheap price as to where most people can just whip it out their pocket on a whim and pay for it and not have to worry about how their bills are going to get paid. What you have to understand when getting into gaming, however, is that it costs these companies millions of dollars to create these games and billions to develop these consoles and PC parts. In order to break even on games, most AAA games must be sold at a $60 minimum, and to make profit, well, that's where DLC and microtransactions come in. But I'll save those for another day. Games are getting bigger, and the technology used to render these high quality, close to real life graphics costs a butt ton of money to use. $60 honestly isn't even enough to sustain these companies anymore. As we saw coming into the 8th generation, they wanted to charge us up to $80 per game, as if $60 wasn't a big enough hit on our wallets. However, while we may not like it as consumers, if we want these big budget game companies to survive, we either have to buy a shit ton more copies or they're gonna start having to charge more. Take Final Fantasy 15 for example. In order to break even, not even make a profit, break even, it must sell 10 million copies. That's an insane amount of copies that need to be sold in order for the money that went into it to be made back, much less see any gain from it. So I know what you're thinking right now. So what is the future of gaming going to look like? Will we see games increase in price? Is shameless DLC going to become more prominent? Are microtransactions going to take over? As much as I hate to say it, I can honestly see all three of these things happening, to be honest. Games are going to get bigger with higher resolutions coming into fruition such as 1440p and 4K, new technologies such as high dynamic range coming into play, and the simple evolution of games function will become more high tech and therefore more expensive. More powerful hardware is going to be needed to simply render, much less sustain these complex games at a playable state. Companies are already seeing profits from microtransactions and DLC sales continue to rise, so they may get even scummier with the content they take out as they see that people are willing to buy it. Of course, this won't be the case for all companies, as there are those that do develop their DLC post-launch and charge reasonable prices for what's being offered. Honestly, as long as gamers still buy into pre-ordering games, buying DLC, purchasing microtransactions, and giving 10 out of 10 review scores to less than stellar games while blowing off smaller budget games of equal or greater quality, the gaming industry is going to become more and more corporate, and as that stuff happens, it's going to become more and more about money. So I know you also got to be asking, what can we as gamers do about this? The answer is everything. We control the gaming industry in its direction. If we as gamers decide to stop buying into pre-orders, season passes, and microtransactions, we can change the direction that the industry is headed. But let's be completely real, it's not gonna happen. Every gamer, and I mean every single fucking one, has pre-ordered one game in the last year, has bought DLC at least once in the last year, and has bought one microtransaction at least in the last year. Gamers cannot help themselves, including me. We all want that extra content to extend playtime. We all want that cool weapon skin, that new map, that powerful character. We all want that easy VC, a small boost in EXP, one more supply drop. We crave it. It's human nature. We all have that one game or game series that we know we're going to buy and buy everything for it. I'm not here to preach today. I just like to speak my mind, and that's exactly what this video was. Addressing the issues of the industry, stating how we can fix it, and just speaking on how I feel will never truly get fixed. But does it need to be? I don't mind buying extra content as long as it's truly extra. I like having an incentive to pre-order. I like being able to buy VC off of 2K if I'm just feeling lazy. All these things that are quote-unquote killing gaming, are they really? Or are they just making it more accessible? It's all a matter of perspective at the end of the day. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But what did you guys think of this video? Let me know what you guys think of the direction that the gaming industry is headed. This has been your boy T-Dub, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.